Our group project is about the impact of greenhouse gas emissions from animal agriculture. My name's Ethan Darden. Part of the group is also Mark Choi, Javier Mendo, Gianna Navarro, and Eugene Lee.
Here are some of the popular press articles we've investigated as a group. Overall, most of these press articles have the same topic regarding greenhouse gas emissions, although they will discuss different viewpoints. For instance, the EPA report argues that livestock digestion and manure management is a major source of methane emissions and that we should be addressing the issue at hand. That's one of the viewpoints presented in our press article. And linear and nonlinear impact of agricultural components. Some ideas presented are similar to the ones in the EPA report. They both seek to analyze how livestock is a significant methane producer and how it can impact agriculture. The IAPWA article and the climate change impact on agriculture and food supply discuss how animal agriculture can have negative impacts not only in the environment, but also in important economic sectors. The conditions that are seen in animal farming contribute to pollution and deforestation. And these articles try to discuss the need to change our methods and opt for sustainable farming. I believe that the articles do a great job in highlighting the negative effects that animal agriculture can have on gas emissions. One of the weaknesses presented in most of these articles is that they don't present long-term solutions to this problem in question.
Next, I'm going to be talking about the summary of our peer-reviewed articles. So our peer-reviewed articles, our group selected, give a more detailed perspective with a more professional standpoint into how animal agriculture contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and what some options we have in order to prevent it. The articles, Rapid Global Phase Out of Animal Agriculture and Policy to Reduce Greenhouse Gas Emissions, both highlight how agriculture is responsible for contributing to a large portion of greenhouse gas emissions and to advocate for alternatives to this issue. They present similar ideas in what they want to stabilize or achieve climate neutrality in the future by choosing an alternative to animal farming. By choosing this alternative, they could reduce methane emissions and reach the goal they intended in the future. As for the article Invite a Review, Emission and Mitigation of Greenhouse Gases from Dairy Farms and Climate Changes, Industrial Animal Agriculture, and the Role of Physicians, these articles advocate for changes in farming practices that could reduce emissions of gases and highlight the important role of these emissions have in climate changes. These articles do an excellent job of presenting alternatives to animal agriculture as well as taking other factors into consideration when coming up with these ideas. The only issue is that these articles present similar ideas in different ways and may not take into account other factors present in other articles.
Greenhouse gas emissions from animal agriculture have major environmental, economic, and social impacts. Livestock, such as cattle, sheep, and goats, release large amounts of methane through digestion and manure, while feed production and land cleaning emit carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, contributing significantly to global heat in the atmosphere and climate change. Deforestation for grazing and feed crops also lead to biodiversity loss and soil degradation. Beyond environmental damage, rising temperatures and extreme weather affect food security, reduce crop yields, and strain water resources. Economically, farmers face greater production costs due to droughts, floods, and changing growing conditions. On a global scale, these emissions make it harder for nations to meet climate goals. Reducing animal agriculture greenhouse gases through improved diets, waste management, and sustainable practices is vital for a more stable and resilient planet.
For conclusion, we learned that greenhouse gases affected far more than just environment. They influence our communities, our health, and our economies, and ultimately our future. Because their impact reached so many parts of society, we believe greenhouse gases deserved to be studied in a far greater depth. With more research, we hope to better understand not only the challenges they created, but also the potential benefits they offered. And with that understanding, we would have been better prepared to tackle emerging problems, make informed decisions, and build a healthier, more sustainable world for generations to come. And that is our project over the impacts of greenhouse gases.